Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Jaya Prabhupada Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada. Jai Jai Prabhupada Prabhupada Jai Jai Prabhupada. Sisi Jagannath Baldev Subhadra Maharani ki, Sisi Prahlad Nrsimhadev Bhagwan ki, Sisi Sai Gaur Sundar ki, Patit Panchla Prabhupada ki. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskrityam Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayam Udirayet Nashtaprayeshu Bhadresu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Shloke Bhakti Bhavati Naishtiki. Ganta Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Patit Panchla Prabhupada ki jai. Canto 4, Chapter 25, Text number 55. Chapter is entitled as the Characteristics of King Puranjana. Sa yarahi antapura gato Vishnuchina samanvitaha moham prasadam harsam va yati jayatmajodbhavam. Sa yarahi antapura gato Sayarahi antapura gato Visuchina samanvitaha Vishnuchina samanvitaha Moham prasadam harsam va Moham prasadam harsam va Yati jayatmajodbhavam Yati jayatmajodbhavam Sayarahi antapura gato Visuchina samanvita Moham prasadam harsam va Yati jayatmajodbhavam Sayarhi antapura gato Visuchina samanvita Moham prasadam harsam va Yati jayatmajodbhavam. Yarahi Gato Visuchina Samanvita Moham Prasadam Hasamva Yati Jayatmajodbhavam Yarahi Antapura Gato Visuchina Samanvita Moham Prasadam Harshamva Yati Jayatmajodbhavam Yati Antapuram Gato Visuchina Samanvita Samanvita Moham Prasadam Harshamva Yati Jayatmajodbhavam. What word meaning? Sa, he, here he, when, Antapura, to his private home, Gata, used to go, Visuchina, by the mind, Samanvita, accompanied, Moham, illusion, Prasadam, satisfaction, Harsham, happiness, Va, or Yati, used to enjoy, Jaya, wife, Atmaja, children, Udbhavam, produced by them. Translation purport by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Sometimes he used to go to his private home with one of his chief servants, the mind, who was named Visuchina. At that time, illusion, satisfaction, and happiness used to be produced from his wife and children. Sometimes he used to go to his private home with one of his chief servants, the mind, who was named Visuchina. At that time, illusion, satisfaction, and happiness used to be produced from his wife and children. Purport: according to the Vedic conclusion, oneself is situated within the heart. As stated in Vedic language, Hidi ayam atma pratisthitaha. The self is situated within the heart. In the material condition, however, the spirit soul is covered by the material qualities, namely goodness, passion, and darkness. And within the heart, these three qualities reacts. For instance, when one is in goodness, he feels happiness. When one is in passion, he feels satisfaction through material enjoyment. And when one is in darkness, he feels bewilderment. All these activities are of the mind, and they function on the platform of thinking, feeling, and willing. When the living entity is encircled by wife, children, and home, he acts on the mental plane. Sometimes he is very happy, sometimes he is very much satisfied, and sometimes he is not satisfied, and sometimes he is bewildered. Bewilderment is called moha, or illusion. Illusion by the society, friendship, and love. The living entity thinks that his so-called society, friendship, and love, nationality, community, etc., will give him protection. He does not know that after death he will be thrown into the hands of very strong material nature that will force him to accept a certain type of body according to his present work. This body may not even be human body. Thus the living entity's feeling of security in this life, in the midst of society, friendship, is nothing but illusion. All living entities engaged in various material bodies are illusioned by the present activities of material enjoyment. They forget their real business, which is to go back home, back to Godhead. Everyone who is not in Krishna consciousness must be considered to be in illusion. One so-called feeling of happiness and satisfaction resulting from material things are also illusions. Actually, neither society, friendship, love, nor anything else can save one from the onslaught of the external energy, which is symptomized by birth, death, old age, and disease. To get even one living entity out of illusory condition is very difficult. Therefore, Lord Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita 7.14, Daivi esa gunamai mama maya duruttaya mam eva ye prapadyante maya metam taranti te. This divine energy of mind, consisting of three modes of material nature, is difficult to overcome. But those who have surrendered unto me can easily cross beyond it. Therefore, unless one surrenders completely at the lotus feet of Krishna, he cannot get out of the entanglement of the three modes of material nature. Om Tat Sat Om Ajnana Timirandhasya Jnananjana Salakaya Chakshunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Mukam Karoti Vachalam Pangum Langhayate Girim Yatkripatamaham Bande Shri Guru Dinatarinam Paramananda Madhavam Sri Chaitanyam Ishwaram. So we hear again and again Srimad Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita, Vedic scriptures saying that we are not the body, we are soul. Dehino asmin yatha dehe kaumaram yavanam jara jayate uh, jatasya hi dhruvo mityu dhruvam jatasya mitasya cha. Whoever taken birth has to again die, die again has to take birth. In this life itself we go from different types of bodies, from youth, boy to youth to old. Time of death we change the body. Krishna is saying that whatever state of mind we are there at the time of death, we surely get that. And we hear so many pastimes that how Ajamila was about to be punished, and then how uh, uh, Bharat Maharaj, he became a deer. There are so many pastimes we hear. We uh, come across people recalling from their past life memories. Then we also see the videos of near-death experience. All that we see, and scriptures is mentioned from Sadhu Shastra and Guru. We see all that. So at some point of our in heart, we are convinced we are going to die and we are going to take birth again. uh, uh, all that still we get subjected to illusion. We get subjected to illusion. We are subjected to mind. It's described that how the living entity, which is characterized as Puranjana, going away with his chief servant. This 11 senses, including the mind, are considered the sense knowledge acquiring and working senses, servants. So chief of them is the mind. So he's going away with the mind alone. So we also carry away by our mind. Sometimes we just want to be on mental platform. We take pleasure to be on that platform, and we take joy in feeling three things: happiness, it means an illusion, satisfaction, and happiness. So Prabhupada is writing, even after knowing all these things, we do this. This one point we want to stress that. Krishna is, Prabhupada is quoting from Bhagavad Gita, Krishna is saying, Devi hi esa gunamayi mam maya durutya. That material nature consists of three modes of material nature, very difficult to overcome. Very, very difficult to overcome. We're supposed to think about Krishna. We're supposed to think about Krishna, but we see that it becomes very difficult to think about Krishna. Because we are always consistently subjected to these three modes. In the three modes, how our mind is reacting, Prabhupada is very nicely analyzing and saying that when in mode of goodness we feel happiness. In mode of passion, when our senses are gratified, we feel satisfied. If it's not gratified, we'll feel depressed. And in mode of ignorance, we feel illusioned. So that's how we remain on the mental platform. In so much so that it's little bit touched, immediately we'll react on that. If somebody will say something, then immediately we get disturbed. If somebody is pleasing, immediately we become happy. And like that is on mental platform. We should be on the spiritual platform. Even the yoga, the basic of yoga is to control one's mind and senses. That is the in Ashtanga Yoga, it is the goal of the Ashtanga Yoga is to control mind and senses. And Bhakti Yoga, if we have to go further, we have to actually engage mind and all the senses in the service of the Lord. Rishikena Rishikesa Sevanam Bhakti Ruchyate. So that is the purpose of our practice. Then he said that Brahma Bhuta Prasannatma na sochati na kankshati, that he is a person situated on the spiritual platform is not affected by honor, dishonor, happiness, distress. He even it is heat and cold, all these things, it's all experienced by mind. Because we are identifying ourselves with mind, then we actually, as on mental platform, we are on the mental platform, then we are subjected to all these things. But as soon as we come to the spiritual platform, then we'll be able to transcend this. So for coming to the spiritual platform, we are performing sadhana bhakti. That sadhana bhakti is we are practicing all the rules and regulations. Rules and regulations means we should do something by which our mind is occupied in thinking about Krishna. And regulations, we should not do something which take away the mind from the thinking of Krishna. So that is the practice of sadhana bhakti. Naturally, we are not able to think of Krishna because we are subjected to three modes very strongly. We do not have a desire to practice spiritual life. Sadhana means we have some desire is there, but therefore we are practicing sadhana bhakti. But to practice spontaneously, we do not have that much intense desire, and we are also affected by so many unwanted desires. Both is there. We don't have sufficient desire to practice to serve the Lord, and we have so many unwanted desires, and because of that, it is hindrance to spontaneously serve the Lord. So therefore, we perform the sadhana bhakti. So in the sadhana bhakti stage, we have to very strictly follow. Therefore, we take commitment that we must chant 16 nouns, and we should follow 4 regulative principles. And when we should try to gradually improve our qualities of chanting. We should chant and hear Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Mind is Krishna is telling Arjuna to control the mind. He's prescribing him to control the mind, and he's saying about the dhyana yoga. And Arjuna immediately is rejecting that. He's saying it was very difficult to control the mind. It's even difficult than controlling the wind. So mind is very restless. Chanchalam hi mana Krishna pramati balavadhidam. He's saying 4 characteristics of the mind. That is always flickering and is very, very strong and obstinate and mad. So he's saying these are the characteristics of mind, and because of this it's very, very difficult. So this Krishna is saying that by practice of yoga and vairagya, abhyasa yogena, by these rules and regulations in abhyasa practice, do's and don'ts of spiritual life, we can control the mind. Krishna is prescribing that, and it's very, very difficult to control the mind, but at the same time it becomes easier when we focus on serving the lotus feet of the Lord. This is what Krishna is telling. Devi esa gunamayi mama maya duruttaya mam eva ye prapadyante maya metam tarantite. If we remain on our own mental platform, then mind will take away. It will swipe us away within no time. Therefore, we have to surrender ourselves. This saranagati is very important because we are situated on the mental platform. At least on intellectual platform, we will analyze whether it's wrong, right. But mind is so powerful, which is our own desire from time immemorial, from so many lifetimes, which is there in our subconscious consciousness. And because of that, so much thoughts are being produced. Feeling is mentioned here, thinking, feeling and willing. So very difficult on our own to practice spiritual life because of we are on this mental platform. This analogy is given like person is tied with the rope. He cannot free himself. He has to, someone has to from outside has to help him. So similarly, because we are situated on this mental platform, we will be swiped away. And initially it look like we are going in wrong direction, what we are doing is right, but then we will be carried out, and then we will come out of practice, and we will be wondering, oh, how this happened to me. I was thinking everything is going very well, and now I am out. So and while we may be talking about this, and we can get subjected to this. Ourselves we can get subjected to this, and it happens. We go through this every day. So therefore it is said that we should surrender. Krishna is also saying, Maam eva prapadante, we should surrender to Krishna. Then we can very easily cross over Maya. Otherwise, if we just juggle with our mind and think that no, my way is highway, what I am doing is right, and we think like that, surely we are going to crash very soon. Krishna is saying that no, it's very easy. Though it seems to be very difficult to overcome my material nature, but it's very, very easy. Maham-eva prapadyante maya metam tarantite. You can very easily overcome Maya. You surrender to me. Surrender to Krishna or surrender to his representative. Both is same. It's like when Prabhupada disciple went and asked Prabhupada. Prabhupada is very difficult to follow GBC. Prabhupada said, he said, no, Prabhupada, I can follow you, but I cannot follow GBC. Then Prabhupada said, okay, I am saying you follow GBC. Then still he was stuck in that. No, Prabhupada, I can follow you, but I cannot follow GBC. Then Prabhupada repeated, I am saying you follow GBC. Then third time he pressed, Prabhupada became very disturbed. He said, Prabhupada very disturbed. He said, Rascal, you're saying follow GBC, and you're saying you can follow me, but you cannot follow GBC. So like that. Following Krishna or following Krishna's representative, both is same. Krishna is telling, Updekshanti te jnanam jnaninas darshina, is telling that one should tad viddhi panipatena pariprasthena sevaya updekshanti te jnanam jnaninas darshina. Krishna is telling that one should approach spiritual master, bona fide spiritual master, and then surrender to him, inquire from him, serve him. That way we can actually understand absolute truth. We can understand Krishna. We can revive our Krishna consciousness. So that is the process. So it's like we study from scriptures, it's coming from directly from Krishna. Then it is further becomes easier for us to assimilate and practice, apply that. It's explained by the acharyas like Prabhupada's commentary. So when we follow the spiritual master, actually we are saved. But when we become independent and we are without authority, then we will see that we will be subjected to our own mental platform. And then we'll be going through this harsha, soka. It's mentioned that when mind is accompanied by the mind, living entities are accompanied by the mind, and moham prasadam harsam va. So along with him, the moha and harsha, happiness and distress, and all is also accompanied. So on mental platform we will remain like that. We'll lament and we'll lament because we have so many material desires and it's not being fulfilled. So we will be always hankering and lamenting. That is the mental platform. A spiritual platform, yes, we are just trying our best to serve. Whenever there is some wrong, we are doing some mistake, we humbly correct ourselves as then offered. In that way, actually we purify our existence. Purifying existence means by serving the Supreme Lord, actually we free ourselves from so much of material contaminations in terms of material desires to enjoy this world. So he says that by performing devotional service, jnana and vairagya is produced automatically. It's a byproduct. So when we are serving the Lord, we humbly serving the spiritual master, then actually the knowledge is manifested. Therefore it is said that one should serve the spiritual master. So serving the if you want to come to the spiritual platform, then we have to surrender to Krishna. We have to surrender to the representative of Krishna. That is very important. Gopir Bhartu the Kamalayor Dasanu Das. So that is the state of mind we should have. Mind should be tamed. Understanding that I am servant of Krishna. And we see that when our mind is tamed like that, then we will be saved. Otherwise, we will be dictated by mind. Mind will say, do this. Immediately we'll do that. It's like Ravana. His mind said that go and capture Sita, because he wants to enjoy Sita. Immediately he just immediately called his Puspak Vimana and boarded, and then went and brought the Sita. So like that, we will be so fast. We will act on that. if we just give our authority to the mind. Instead of this, we understand this is mind. There is some problem with the mind. What is the problem with the mind is? Problem with the mind is we are looking for opportunity for sense gratification. That is the problem with our mind. We are looking for sense gratification. But that sense gratification will not give us satisfaction. So we always remain unsatisfied. Actually, Jiver Swarupa hai Krishna Nitya Das. We derive transcendental pleasure by serving Krishna. That is our characteristics. It's like watering the root. We know this, watering the root of a tree or feeding the stomach, and the whole part of the body is nourished. Similarly, by serving Krishna, we'll all be pleased. Naturally, we'll be pleased, and we'll be, for core of our heart, will be satisfied. Brahma Bhuta Prasanna Atma na sochati na kankchati. So there is some happiness is there on Brahman level and on a spiritual level. Therefore, people are practicing this and they stay there. So when we are serving Krishna, actually we devotional service, Bhakti Rasamita Sindhu, devotional service has a lot of Sri Jagannath Baldev Subhadra Maharani ki jai, Sri Prahlad Srimad Bhagavan ki jai, Sri Nitai Gaur Sundar ki jai. Just that we are not able to tap it. We are not able to tap the spiritual experience, spiritual happiness, because still we are hankering for material pleasure. It's like a boatman. We know this story that one marriage party want to cross over from this side to that side, and in the night they approached to one boatman, and boatman promised, "Oh, I'll take you. Certainly, I'll take you. You all sit inside." And they all went inside, and they were very tired, fell to sleep. And this boatman was on his own trip. Whole night he was just driving the boat. But the morning when everybody woke up, they saw that they're still on the same side, because this boatman he forgot to free that rope, which is tied. He forgot to free it. Similarly, because we ourselves have this desires for sense gratification, and then we want to go on the other side and experience the spiritual happiness, but that's not taking place, because we have to free ourselves from this desire. Then on the other side we serve Krishna, we'll experience that happiness, because that's very natural. It's like a sugar candy. When it is coated with some bitter thing, what we will taste first? Bitterness, because it is coated with that. So when this coating is removed, then only the natural sweetness will come. So similarly, because of this material desires, we are all feeling depression, this thing, not satisfied. Then we are complaining. All these things are there because of this desire, which is very actually thick layer. Slowly only it is going. So once it is removed, then we will actually the happiness will experience. So it says that Brahmananda, just being the platform of soul, not as a even we have not even established our relationship with the Lord. We are just on like a soul platform is so so much that it is the material pleasure is considered not even a drop in the comparison of ocean of this happiness. And this Brahmananda is actually even not considered as a drop, which a devotee experiences in serving the Supreme Lord, that relationship. So, but initially we are going on for many years, but still we are not able to tap, because there's so thick layer of material desires. So this desire has to be removed. So it is sincerely work to remove this material desires. And that sincerity is very, very important. Prabhupada writes that uh, uh, sincerity of purpose, like why we are doing this, because we want to go back to Godhead. Because we know that if we are here in this material world, we'll be subjected to birth, death, old age, disease. We'll be subjected to so much of suffering. uh, why we are doing that? Because we want to please Guru and Krishna. So that is the purpose. And then after fixing this goal, we do our best. We put our best effort. So Prabhupada says, try your best and live on Krishna. So we put our best effort. Best effort in whatever we do. It's like when we are chanting, the best effort we give is we try to bring our mind and under try to control the mind and try to chant and hear Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So also we whatever services is being asked, we humbly perform that. Uh, the purpose is to please Guru and Krishna. So in that mood we perform the service, not for our satisfaction. Whatever devotional service we are performing, our goal is, Prabhupada is saying, not to please the audience. That is not the goal. Not to please everybody. That is not our goal. Our goal is to please Guru and Krishna. When Guru and Krishna is pleased, then everybody else automatically they will be pleased. Only our focus is when we are doing any devotional service to please Guru and Krishna. That is our goal. So when we are practicing Krishna consciousness, to the degree we are sincere, we see that the dust is removed. In fact, it is very thick and on our own it is difficult to remove. But when we are sincere, to that degree, even Krishna helps us. And then when Krishna takes the job, then it is very easy. We say that Nashta prayesu badresu nityam bhagavat sevaya bhagavati uttam shloke bhakti bhavati naistiki. So when we performing devotional service, hearing Krishna katha, actually Krishna is cleaning our heart. All these material desires, Krishna is cleaning. It's like when we are cleaning the temple, externally we are cleaning the temple, but Krishna is same time cleaning our heart. So to the degree of sincerity, we are cleaning. As Chaitan Chaitamrita, we know this pastime is there, cleaning of Gundicha Marjan. So there, the Lord is that you are cleaning the temple and same time Krishna is cleaning your heart. So both places cleaning is going on. So when we perform our devotional service, then we see that the degree of our sincerity, Krishna is removing that desire, and we very quickly become free from this material desire and we experience the spiritual happiness. Even while we have so much of material desire, we experience happiness. We feel or not feel. We are all feeling happiness. Therefore, we are continuing to serve. Otherwise, material experience, is only based on mind. Prabhupada is writing here. You see, yes, Prabhupada is writing that when the living entity is encircled by wife, children, and home, he acts on the mental plane. Sometimes he is very happy, sometimes he is very much satisfied, sometimes he is not satisfied, sometimes he is bewildered. Illusioned by society, friendship and love, the living entity thinks that his so-called society, friendship and love, nationality, community will all give him protection. So he does not know that after death he will be thrown into hands of very strong material nature that will force him to accept a certain type of body according to his present work. So so-called happiness in the family, society, actually it is only hypocritical. It is actually not there. For example, classical example is Mahatma Gandhi. Whole life he served his nation, the people of his nation, and finally who killed him? Like that. So whole life people will serve their wife and children, and finally they will always complain, "You never done anything for me. What you have done for me?" Hmm? Like that, we'll always will see that never will be satisfied. Neither they are satisfied nor we are satisfied. In all this relationship, we will see father and son, boss and employee, student and teacher. All these material relations, no, none. Both the sides is not satisfied. But so much effort is taken. Hmm? So the real happiness is not lying there. The real happiness will is there in engaging in the service of the Lord. It's like a deer is searching water in the desert, and he's seeing there is a water. And he runs very fast to reach there. When he goes there, he finds there is no happiness. There is no water. So similarly, we are trying our best to become happy. We think that if I get this, then I'll be very happy. And when we get this, we find, oh, we become even more miserable. And when we think that, okay, if my salary is increased, I get promotion, everything will be nice. After we get promotion, we see that there are so many problems still there. So uh, happiness is not actually in sense gratification. True happiness is in the serving the Lord. Because who is experiencing happiness? Soul is experiencing happiness. And how soul can be satisfied with material things? How we can be satisfied with material things? Material things, first drawback is all temporary. Everything is temporary, material. How it can give us a happiness? We are looking for soul will be looking for some eternal, permanent happiness. So it is not possible. And also, the so-called happiness with the matter is very small, and that cannot actually quench the thirst. Like if he is very thirsty and one person gives a drop of water, what is the use? So, if really we want to be happy, we have to actually engage our mind and senses in the service of the Lord. And when we practicing, when we start chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, we feel happiness. Sometimes we feel so much happiness that people will come. We may not notice. People will come and ask, "Oh, why are you so happy today?" It happens. People will come and ask, "Why are you so happy today?" And when we are chanting, actually we getting relief from so much of mental depression. Even in, now the medical practitioners are also prescribing, you should chant this mantra, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. I have seen, people who are present of depression, they are not able to sleep in the night. But when they started chanting Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, they immediately fall asleep. Even after taking medicines, sleeping pill, they are not able to get sleep. But when they are chanting Hare Krishna, they don't know when they went to sleep, and they had a nice sleep. So this all working on very subtle level, and actually this is giving us a real happiness and joy by chanting the holy. It is not again a sensual experience, because it's coming from inside, from the heart it is coming, from the soul it is experienced, so it is even reflected on the bodily level also. But the experience is actually the real experience is achieved by the soul. And the soul is constantly suffering in this material world. Prabhupada is telling we are all controlled by stringent laws of material nature. So whatever we can boost in this material life, in this life, but at the end we are going to die. We are subjected to birth, death, old age, and disease, source of suffering. Janma mittu jaravyadi dukkha dosanu darsanam. So when we get this solution of this material disease, and we can free ourselves, the soul actually becomes satisfied, happier. Then we actually experience this outside also. But sometimes people give up practicing Krishna consciousness and go to material world again. That is again because of their intense desire, and because they are not surrendered to the Krishna. And therefore, they are subjected to these three modes of material nature, and they fall trap of material illusion again and again. So, most important thing in our practice is to surrender. Krishna is saying to surrender. Mam eva prapadyante. Surrender to me. Then we are safe. If we not follow this, Saranagati is not there, surrender is not there, then again and again we will go through this dilemma. We will go through this trauma of suffering. When we are surrendered, we are safe. We see that how a child feels protected in the hands of his father. How the calf feels satisfaction under shelter of the cow. So like that, living entity is safe and free from worries when we have taken shelter of the Lord. So we should not give that shelter of the Lord. We have to just do what the Lord is saying, what the Lord's representative is saying. We have to just do that. Our goal is to just please them. The rest of thing is assured by the Lord. Krishna is telling that yoga kshemam vahamiham. Then I protect my devotees. So Krishna is giving so much of assurance, so we don't have to actually worry. Just we have taken this process of Krishna consciousness, and we can go on smoothly, and we can remain aloof from so much of material suffering. Granth Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Patit Panch Prabhupada ki jai.